The title of this video raises an important question, that what even is a classic I.G.I. mission? Is it the one where you find lots of Spas 12s and just destroy everything inside? Or is it the one where you find a sniper and kill everyone from above? Maybe it could be the one where we get some cool objectives or maybe blow up some stuff. But nah, that is not the case. A classic I.G.I. mission is one where we are spawned some distance away from the base. Sometimes we begin high up on a mountain overlooking the area. Sometimes we have to walk a while before the base slowly becomes visible on the horizon. And yes, in some cases we are already inside of the base. But the most special ones are those where a helicopter drops us off somewhere and we can watch it fly away. This short sequence, standing there looking at it disappear into the distance, and then rain starts to fall down with this incredible music. This hits differently. This is the moment when we realize that it's all on us now. No turning back. And this is going to be a special mission. Of course, I am talking about production facility. But this is not the only mission where it happens. We can see the same thing happening in Bridge Across the Nestor. But the closest this mission is to is the third mission from the first game, Military Airbase. It's the exact same feeling, with an incredible atmosphere, watching the helicopter leave, rain falling down, and both of these missions have incredible background music. So the first point we can look into is about the geography of the mission. In both missions, if we walk a little distance just across the hill, the base starts to become visible, and we can take a good look at how incredible it looks. It is a base situated in between mountains. It has a pretty good looking road. It's a beautiful sight from this position. It has a very damp and dark terrain, and it does have some beautiful sceneries we can look at. The most interesting part is when as soon as the helicopter drops us off, it's clear and quiet. If we wait for a while or maybe take a few steps towards the base, rain starts to fall down. Isn't this a very lovely cinematic sequence? It could have been better if the thunder sound effects were aligned to this, something like this. And then in this mission, it's not just the rain falling down. It's raining bullets for everyone inside of the base, because we get a hold of a sniper here from this guard. You can just break his neck, grab that gun, take position, and the Dragunov sound effects in this game are horrific. But it is awesome. And this mission is full of snipers. Each one of these guards in the watchtowers is holding a Dragunov. It is pretty similar to Military Airbase. That mission too has lots of Dragunovs for us to use. But in this mission we don't really get to use much of them, because as soon as we get there, the mission is already done. No one else to kill. So with or without the Dragunov context, my complaint is that this base should have had some alternative routes. I mean, of course, they are in a position where they have to have a sniper, but it's just kind of a wasted opportunity. We do find a usable one right here in front of the gate, but we need to find a secure position to use it. Something like hiding behind these bushes, or else if we use a sniper in plain sight we are gonna get spotted, and that'll become a pretty difficult position. The problem with sniping carelessly is that it will probably raise the alarm, and then everyone inside of the base is gonna run wild. And that creates a big problem for this mission. We are going to talk about that soon, but before that, we need to take a look at the mission itself. First of all, let me explain to you what the mission is all about. In the briefing, the colonel tells us that they want to be the only one to have the EMP technology, and nearby there's a facility that produces them. So he asks Jones to steal the blueprints and destroy the machinery. Now we have to sneak our way in and not let anyone see us, especially the cameras, that we have to shut down, and it's our first objective. Just like stealth in this game, this is an optional objective, so we can just ignore the cameras and go full boom boom. After that, we can go into the basement where there was an indestructible camera. Now that it's shut down, we can silently access the blueprints from this safe, steal them, and that's objective 2. And the other optional objective is to switch off the electricity from this switch, so we can move ahead by climbing and jumping over the fence. But since we do have a very simple alternate path, this is unnecessary. If we take the stealth as an option fact a bit too seriously, then of course the alarm has been raised, everyone is running around like crazy outside of the factory, and this becomes the only place in the whole game where the M16 machine gun truly shines. We can just aim the A2 grenade launcher onto the fence, and each blast will kill a whole bunch of guards. But if we enjoy playing sneaky peeky like, then after making our way into the third objective, which is the factory itself, this is where things get either interesting or completely absurd. Because the mission was designed to be stealthy, rarely anyone does that. What most people do is just blast their way in, complete the mission and get out. They don't get the real experience what this mission was supposed to be. And the blame comes down to I.G.I 2's AI behavior. This factory is truly magnificent. It is visually stunning. And if we are playing stealthy, of course there are guards around, there are scientists around. We have to either quietly take them out or just go and do our job without letting them see us. And this is one of the only 2 missions where we can find a health pack. But since what most people do is blast their way in, we don't really get to experience this stealth, these guards in the rooms. Because if the alarm is raised, even the scientists start running around like ducklings. That isn't supposed to be your job. The scientists should remain inside of the factory. They come outside, die to the grenade launcher, and when we go in, there is absolutely nothing. Then this objective starts to feel truly underwhelming. There's not much to interact with, except for the objectives and this rail, what's it called? Now that it's time to get out, we have 2 different ways to do that. If you've killed everyone already, then you can just go back through the front door, open the gate, go back through the kitchen. Or else you can choose the back door, sneak your way up to the railing. Now the intended way to escape was to go to this watchtower, open the gate, jump back down and get outside. But that's not necessary since we can just hop over. And there it is, mission the end. Now for some extra details, this is one of the only few missions in the whole game where we can get a SPAS 12. But the problem is, just like with the Dragunov, you can only manage to get them once everyone is dead already. These guards walking around the fence in the beginning of the base, why not give them a few SPAS 12s so that when you get inside, this is the best place to use them? In the end, the mission does have problems, especially with that terrible AI of I.G.I 2. This is the very reason why Neonix modding team decided to cancel the I.G.I 1's port project into I.G.I 2's engine. Because the AI just does not match with the gameplay. It would have been an absurd experience. Another problem I mentioned is that there should have been an alternate path to get in somehow, and maybe make use of these snipers that we can collect from the backside. But despite everything wrong with it, this is still pretty much a classic I.G.I mission, and it is still one of the best missions of the game. And it has one of the greatest soundtracks of all time, not only for I.G.I 2, not only for both I.G.I games, but for all of gaming, I believe. So I hope you enjoyed Production Facility, and see you soon in the next mission update. So show me out, and I'm going in.